guys, I am today with a new video after a long time. Today in this video I am going to discuss a poem. It is in syllabus of class 10. So it is called Fable. So let us begin without further any delay. Let's see. The poem is called Fable. It is written by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And let us first discuss about the title of the poem. It has been given as Fable. Fable is a story or literary piece that consists of animal characters and conveys a moral lesson. From the title, we can understand that the poem consists of some animal characters or non-living characters, and it conveys a certain moral message. Okay, so let us discuss about the text of the poem. Let's see. So first, the mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel. These two characters are the chief characters in the poem, and they are introduced in the first line of the poem. The mountain is a non-living creature. It has been treated as a living creature. That means here we have an example of personification, because personification means when a non-living creature is treated as a living being, it is called personification. And we have squirrel. Squirrel is also personified here in this poem by the poet, because squirrel can also not talk, but here the poet has presented a conversation between a squirrel and the mountain, and they have a quarrel. So this is the second line. They have a quarrel. This line indicates the subject that they have a quarrel, and for some reason, for a certain reason, they have a quarrel. And what is the point of argument and what is the conclusion of their disagreement? Let us discuss that. That is revealed in the next lines of the poem. Let's see the next lines. And the former called the latter. Former means the first one. That means the mountain. So the mountain called the latter. Latter means the second one. That means the squirrel. The mountain called the squirrel little prig. So prig means one who puts an appearance of who is morally correct, or who is always honest and always correct and who knows everything. So he is called prig. So since squirrel is a very small creature, that's why mountain has said that squirrel, that you are a little prig. Bun replied. So bun means squirrel. So in reply, the squirrel uttered the following lines of the poem. What did he say? Let's see. You are doubtless very big, but all sorts of things and weather must be taken in together to make up a year and a sphere. So here, sphere is basically symbolic. Sphere means earth. So the squirrel alludes that yes, I can recognize that you are very big, you are large, you are gigantic, but one needs to know that all sorts of things, all sorts of weather, all sorts of small, big creatures are needed to create the whole world, to create planet Earth. On the other hand, all sorts of weather like summer, winter, spring, all these seasons are needed to create, to build a year. So this is the logic shown by the squirrel. Then he continues his speech. Let us see what does the squirrel say. Let's see the next lines. And I think it is no disgrace to occupy my place. So the squirrel is a small creature, and it is not a disgrace. It is not disgraceful. It is not any degradation or any loss of reputation to the squirrel that he occupies a very small portion of the earth. He is not so big as the mountain, and this is not disgraceful to him, because he knows that every sorts of things should be taken in together to make up a year and a whole sphere. That means our planet Earth. Let us see some next lines. If I am not so large as you, you are not so small as I. So next argument, next point, next logic of the squirrel is that if I am not so large as the mountain, the squirrel is certainly not so large as the mountain. But on the other hand, the mountain is also not so small as the squirrel. So mountain also has certain limitations. Mountain also has certain shortcomings in itself. Now, let us see the next few lines. Let's see what is said by the squirrel. So the speech of the squirrel is continuing throughout the poem. Only the first 4 lines are apart from the speech, but rest of the lines are basically the reply of the squirrel when it has been called as little pring by the mountain. Okay, let's see. And not half so spray. So spray means lively, energetic, exciting, enthusiastic. So the squirrel is a creature that is very enthusiastic, very lively creature, pranobandho. But the mountain is not at all as energetic, enthusiastic as the squirrel. Now let's see the concluding lines of the poem. I will not deny you make a very pretty squirrel track. Talents differ, all is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forests on my back, neither can you crack a nut. So here in the concluding lines of the poem, the concluding sentence of the poem, the squirrel suggests that first he admires the mountain for creating such a pretty track so that he can run over the track. So the mountain can make a very pretty squirrel track. For that reason, the squirrel is grateful to the mountain. Then the squirrel remarks that talent differs. So different creatures have their different talent. All is well and wisely put. That means in nature, in our universe, everything is wisely put. Every creature, living, non-living, plants, they have their own role to play in the ecosystem. So we should always preserve all animals and all living, non-living creatures on Earth. And as well as we should also try to protect the genetically inferior creatures because they deserve our protection and affection. Now, what does the squirrel say? If I cannot carry forests on my back, neither can you crack a nut. So another limitation of the squirrel is stated in the penultimate line of the poem. That is, the squirrel cannot carry a forest on his back like a mountain. A mountain certainly can carry a forest on its back. But in the concluding line of the poem, the squirrel remarks that the mountain, though it is very big, though it is gigantic, it also has certain limitations. For example, a mountain cannot crack a nut like a squirrel. A squirrel can crack a nut and can eat what is there inside the nut, but in case of the mountain, it cannot do it on its own. So, this is the poem. The poem consists of 2 characters, the mountain and the squirrel. And the poem also conveys a moral lesson that every creature is important. We need to protect everyone. We need to love everything. The poem ends with a moral lesson. That's why we can say the title of the poem is justified, Fable. And this is all about the poem. I hope you have understood. If you have any problem, you can ask me. I'm giving you my WhatsApp number. You can call me, WhatsApp me whenever you would like to. It wouldn't be a problem. It doesn't matter. You have to be a student of mine. You can call me if you have any doubt. You can easily clarify them. You can call me, WhatsApp me. So I would love to help you. That's all for today. We'll come again with another video. Till then, stay tuned.